Alright, so this is going to be a tutorial on how to use the color schemes for your abstract art. So we're just going to do like a quick review on the homework that you should have done last week. So I told you guys to look up computer graphics art and to find an image that kind of like caught your attention through the use of colors. Okay, now a lot of these computer graphics arts that you've looked at, they do really focus on a specific color schemes. Most of them they like to use contrasting colors like an orange and a blue, and then other ones they like to do more of like a colors that kind of go kind of close or well with each other. So it's like a yellow, orange, and a red. They're all warm colors. So there's actually specific names for all these different color schemes. And other ones it was different tones of like one of the colors. You got lighter blues, darker blues, and more vibrant blues. So we're gonna look really carefully at the color schemes, but some of these color schemes that we look at, they kind of like follow like specific ones. Like for example, let me see if I can make this bigger. So like orange and blue, those are complementary colors. So these colors kind of help to like pop out each other more. Analogous colors are colors that are similar to one another. Like we looked at the yellow, orange, and the red. And this one's showing you the light blue, blue, green, and blue. So there's different ones. The most common ones are analogous, or the complementary scheme, or split complementary, which is kind of like a mix of these two together, but one complementary. So we're not gonna go like super in depth with color schemes. Maybe in like a later project we'll talk about different color schemes, but just for your abstract art. This is kind of like what I want you to really follow with the color scheme. So, I just do a Google search on color schemes, and actually, what we're going to do today is we're going to actually borrow a color scheme on the internet. Okay, so you can just kind of look through it and try to see like any colors that you really like. But like how I said before, though, it's usually like analogous schemes where it's colors that are similar to one another, or they may have a like a complementary scheme. Like you have this light green here and this like red orange, and then you have like a yellow green, a green, and a blue green, and then this kind of like more it's kind of like a grayed out green. So this is more like a split complementary schemes. But if you look at it carefully, though, it's either like complementary, analogous, or split complementary. But just kind of look through it, see what colors you want to use. And the only thing I do want you to avoid, though, is don't use all the colors on the color wheel. Okay, so you don't want to apply every single color on the color wheel, just because when you apply like too many colors, it kind of looks like there's like so much going on. In like some instances, you may lose your unity or rhythm. But some of those principles, designs that you applied, you may lose them as you apply way too many colors. But even like I should blow up some of these a little bit bigger. When you look at even paintings, usually they may have like a lot of colors in them, but they actually do focus on like really specific colors. So you really don't want to use like every single color in the color wheel. So all right, let me just show you what I'm gonna do. So like the example I showed you from like the one before my completed project, I actually used this one here, and you just click on it, save it in your folder. I'm actually gonna just save it on the desktop, but don't do this because you want to make sure it's in your folder. And we're just gonna take this color scheme into the Illustrator. So I'm gonna apply it onto the work that I'm doing here. So when I applied my gradient on my finished design, so this is like pretty much my design's finished right now. I'm just I figured out all the shapes that I wanted to use, and everything looks very neat and clean. So all I'm doing now is just adding colors to it. So I'm just gonna zoom out a little bit. So I clicked and dragged my color scheme on here, and if you want, you can resize it so you don't have to make it super big. So I'm just making it a little bit smaller. And all we're doing right now is we're just color picking the your colors. So Again, I apologize. My mouse is glitchy just because it's not really working well right now. So I'm just clicking on this, and what we have to do now is we have to, since I've applied a clipping mask to it, I'm going to release the clipping mask. So when I release the clipping mask, now I can actually click on everything in the shapes. So all I'm doing here is I'm just, clicking on the shape here. So this is like a really dark gray that I have here. Maybe I might want to use this, and I'm using the eyedrop tool. So this one right here looks like an eyedropper. And I'm just going to click on the blue here. Or not the blue, the purple. And if you look at it, it changes the color of that purple. So this is all you're doing literally with the color scheme, and then the colors. So, I have that dark purple here. Maybe I might, since this is a lighter gray, I might want to use this violet color. So all you're doing is just clicking on the color and just clicking on the eyedropper to just, see how the colors look. So, you have all these colors kind of like figured out for you. And, you might have to just like click around to figure out where your other colors are. It's a little bit challenging to click some of these shapes because, when you have like a lot of shapes overlapping one another, then it's becoming hard. So I'm just clicking the eyedropper, just clicking on the color. And that's how I'm kind of getting those different colors in my picture. And then like right here, if I want to change my gradient, I click on the gradient tool or go to Windows, Gradient. And this one I would have to manually change it. The eyedropper doesn't really work, but if you go to your swatches, these colors are very similar to one another, so I might do like a red here, and I might do like an yellow orange there. So, and the thing about these is you can actually click on that, click on this, and then you can eyedrop that gradient that you just did. So literally the colors isn't going to take you too long to do. This is like, I'm doing it really quickly. Just click on it and, eyedrop it. And, when you have like similar colors, it looks really nice. So, I did want to apply the split complementary to this one here. So, I might actually use the blues for this one here. So like this blue here, I might change it to, I don't know, this blue here. And this one, I might keep it all that dark blue. But, as it's getting lighter. But if you look at it, though, I'm kind of like going with the value here. So this blue, I'm going to make it the lighter blue. And this one will be an even lighter blue. And this one could be like the, lightest blue possible. I might actually want to change it manually in here just to make that even lighter. I would do like the same thing with here. Just click on that or click on this shape. Eyedrop those colors. So you don't have to like figure out the colors. You can just kind of just click on the previous shape before and just change it. But yeah, once you're done with everything though, you just highlight it again, right click, and make clipping mask again. I'll put everything back in the box.